Hello again, Paul Argiro from 12 Penny Exteriors, your local window depot. Today, I'm going to talk to you about maintaining your house if you have vinyl siding. We're heading into spring. I'm actually on location at my house. This is what I do roughly every spring, sometimes it leaks off into early summer, depending how busy we are. I walk around my house and I see what I have to do to keep my siding maintained. Because no matter what anybody tells you, there is no such thing as no maintenance siding. Even vinyl siding, you'll have to do some maintenance. And as I walk around, I see if I have any trouble spots that I have to take care of right away, or if it's just an aesthetic thing. And you can do the same. If you have vinyl siding on your house, I recommend at least once a year to walk around your house. You can even have us come out and do it for you. We can walk around and take a look. See if you have any concerns with your vinyl siding. Most of the time, it's not a major thing. Quick cleanup, and we're going to go and fix that. But let's get to it. I'm going to show you what I look for, and you can look for it too if you've got vinyl siding. Let's go take a look. Okay, so what do I look for when I walk around my house and check out my siding? Well, one thing I noticed on this side of my house, and standing behind Emily, who's holding the camera today, I had 4 or 5 trees that I took down about a year ago. And the reason why I took down was a couple of reasons. A, I hated cleaning up all the leaves. I had a lot of leaves to clean up, and I hate raking. That was number one. Number two, I knew it was giving me a lot of shade on this side of the house. And shade is great if you're at the beach, you want to get out of the sun. It's not so great for your house. And the reason for that is here in New England, we had a lot of rain and snow, a lot of moisture in the air. And what it does is, if the sun is great, when the sun comes out, it dries off the house. This side of the house wasn't getting as much sun, especially with the trees and the way this side of the house is situated. It doesn't get a lot of sun anyways. So I have a lot of algae growing on my house, as you can see, all this black stuff, green stuff, this stuff that's like I can just push off with my finger. On my windowsills, you can see the green and the black and the yuckies. And I got some black on here, which I think, I live in a busy street. A truck just went by. I get a lot of trucks, a lot of buses, a lot of road pollution comes off the street and gets in the air and it lands on my house. So I clean my house probably more often than most, probably at least once a year. This side of the house, I'm really have to work on this spring. I'm either going to do it myself, get up on some ladders and clean all that off, or I might actually hire a power washing company to come and do it. Now, if you've got a lot of this algae on your house, is it a concern? Not necessarily. And we can come out and give you a visual, give you some guidance and take a look at your siding. But what I also do, and I recommend you do it too if you have vinyl siding, I push on my siding. I push on it to make sure that it's still attached, which it is. Now, siding is going to move side to side. So if you take it and it moves, don't worry about it. It's supposed to expand and contract. That's how it's designed. But I just push on it to make sure I don't have any loose spots, nothing coming off, falling off. This siding was put on this house around 2012. I did it myself, so we did a really nice job. It's still in good shape. I have no problems with my siding except for this ugly green moss and stuff that's on the house. And there's some spots, as you can see right here with my air conditioning condenser I shouldn't be able to take that off the house. I'm a little embarrassed I let it go this far, but I will clean it off. Excessive moisture not only can come from the rain and snow and stuff, is if you have gutters on your house, maybe we can pan up. This side of my house, I have 2 small gutters. This one's about 20 feet long. That one's smaller. And the gutters are designed to take water off the roof and come down a downspout and get it away from the house. A lot of people don't like gutters. And I'm like, you should probably have gutters in your house, because if I didn't have gutters, before I put the gutters on, the water would come shooting off the house, bounce, and get a lot of bounce back from the mulch. Before I had mulch, I had dirt, a lot of dirt. That causes a lot of problems. So I recommend, if you can put gutters in your house, get the water out of the house. But you also have to check your gutters. My gutters were loaded up with dirt in the fall. I cleaned all my gutters myself. I still have to power wash everything up there, but I know the water is coming off and coming down the way it's supposed to off the gutters. So what I have now, my gutters are clean and clear. I just have to clean this side of the house. So that's one thing I look for. That's one. The second thing, we're going to walk this way, Emily. A lot of houses have penetrations going through the home. This is my outdoor sprinkler system. Is that a problem? Absolutely not. But What happens is the plumber came and drilled a hole through my siding and has the pipe coming out for the sprinkler system. And this is the drain. Now I make sure that the seal around these holes is still good. Because vinyl siding expands and contracts, sometimes the seal will pull away and you have to redo it. There's one here where cable companies are notorious. They don't care. They drill holes. Sometimes they seal them up. Sometimes they don't. This is a cable. I don't even know if we have cable anymore, but that cable came in when we built the house. Here it's coming in. Anywhere that goes into the house, you want to make sure that they're sealed. Because if they're not sealed, water can get in that and get behind there and do some damage that you'll never see. Ever, ever, never. So I don't have a lot. What's behind here, this is all covered and flashed. So all my electrical panel comes in here. This is still sealed up pretty well. This is behind a lot, so it's hard for water to get in there. But I walk around and I look for stuff like that. So A, the algae. B, anything, again, my air conditioning units. They just drilled a big hole. This seal is still pretty good. This is original. And these are really heavy duty seals. This is still pretty good. So I know water's not getting behind there. So that's good. Again, I have more penetrations where my exhaust stack is and my meter is. So anytime you have things going through the siding, you got to make sure they're sealed. Because if they're not sealed, the water gets behind there, like I said, it could cause rot and cause other kind of damage. Now, we're going to pause because I want to walk around the house because I noticed something the other day that I know I have to fix, and I want to tell you about it too. So let's go back to the house. Let's give me 2 seconds to walk around. Okay, one thing I noticed on my house, and I have no idea how it happened. I have a hole in my vinyl siding. I got 4 kids, so who knows? Hockey puck, baseball, I don't know. But I noticed that, and that's something, if you see a hole in your vinyl siding, you got to fix it. And why? Because water can get behind there again and cause unseen damage. Now I have house wrap in my house. I'm not so worried, but I'm going to fix it. And the problem with this, it goes to my light, so I got to take the light off and do all kinds of work. The nice thing about vinyl siding, it's not a hard repair. It's really not. It might take me a couple hours to do that. I just have to find a piece of siding to match. But if you see holes in your siding, if you have vinyl siding, you got to get it fixed or have us come out and repair it. That's one thing I noticed that we're going to get fixed up. And a couple more things. We're going to walk around to another part of my house. I'll show you some things. I want to talk about vegetation next. Let's do it. Come on. One more thing I want to talk to you guys about, if you've got vinyl siding or any kind of siding, really. If you got a lot of vegetation in front of your house, bushes and things, you want to keep an eye on this. Now, this is a little part of my house. I've got some small bushes here. They're not huge at all, but I want to point out some things. Now, I don't have a gutter in this house. I just talked about having a gutter. This is just a little a place my kids go and play video games, stuff like that. So it's not a huge deal. But what happens is you can see a lot of dirt when the water comes down. It goes against the house and makes it ugly and unsightly. So this is another area that I'm going to power wash. Now, this part of my house has what we call a water table, that piece of white right there. And a lot of homes will have this water table. You want to make sure your water table still has some flashing, and mine does. It's got aluminum flashing on that. So I'm not really too concerned about all this dirt, which I will clean, because I know nothing can get behind this flashing. If you don't have flashing on top of your water table, we could have some issues. So that's this. Again, I have to power wash. I got some mildew and algae growing on, which is fine. I'll power wash it. The other thing is I noticed here, it's a little loose piece of siding. I'll take care of that. That's not a huge deal. But again, if you got loose siding, you want to make sure that it's attached and in the right place. So that's that. Again, not too many concerns on this part. Again, just some cleaning. But if you have big bushes and stuff, I have one client, he had really big bushes actually touching his house. What that can do is not only give you algae and other green growth, but bugs, ants, termites. They live in the bushes. They can go from the bushes to your house pretty easily. So we like to keep your bushes and stuff off the house as much as you can. These don't get too big, so these aren't a big deal. I don't have a lot of big vegetation in front of my house for that reason. It causes unsightly algae and things, but also bugs, ants, and termites. So that's just a few things to look out for. So we talked about algae, holes in the siding, loose siding. These are some of the things, if you have a vinyl sided house, you want to walk around your house every year to make sure that it's still in good condition. Now, if you need help with that, we can give you an inspection. We'll come out, we'll inspect your house. You know, if it's in good condition, just needs a power washing, we'll tell you that. If there are other areas of concern, we'll also tell you that too. So give us a call, 12penny.com. Go on our website, fill out the contact form, and we'll be happy to come out and help you. Again, it's Paul Ardro at 12 Penny Exteriors, your local window depot. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.